Carolina Acosta, the founder of Tragos Games, and you're watching the Todo Latino Show.
All right, everybody, from 1500 Live at Pro Audio LA, it's the Todo Latino Show, sponsored by Global Processing Systems, the official merchant for Revolution 2024. I am your host, Rafael. Once again, joining me is the team, Daisy, we have Joby, and our special guest. She is a Forbes 30 Under 30 and CEO of the popular game products creator of Tragos, the card game, Carolina Acosta. What's up?
Hey, what's up? Thank you
Welcome.
for having me.
It's been a while. We had you on 2 years ago, if you remember that.
I absolutely remember. It was like smack in the middle of COVID.
Smack in the middle of COVID, and it was the worst experience we both had.
Bad Wi-Fi reception.
It was. We tried to connect, and for whatever reason, it just wasn't. This was a long time ago. This was like Latin Babbler show, like early editions.
Yeah.
Of the video version of that show.
I still had fun. I don't know. In breaks.
It was hilarious. We were sitting there. By the way, at the time we were using Riverside. Fix your stuff. And we were sitting there and we would answer a question, and then she would just give us a deer in the headlight look throughout the entire time because she hadn't received it yet. And so we would ask a question, and all you see is her like.
There was a big delay.
Oh my goodness. It was so crazy.
Everyone's like, Carolina?
Yes.
Carolina, hello?
Are you there?
I'm like, tick, tick, tick,
tick. It was so funny. And then when she would finally answer, we were trying to give another question at the same time. It was just chaos.
Times.
Here we are in person.
I mean, how has it been since then? It's been, for a 2-year journey since that point.
Yeah. I mean, it's honestly the years have blended together when it comes to running a business, but I'd say we're in a pretty good spot right now. We are still making games, and our most recent thing, we just got Tragos into Target.
Wow.
Hey.
Congrats.
I saw I think you guys had reels on that, right? Like you guys put them up?
Oh, so many reels. Embarrassing reels. We're just like in Target, like dancing, and the employees are like, what is going on?
Did they allow, so the question, did they allow you to actually do that? Because I know Target's kind of like,
yeah, you can.
People recording.
You can do that, especially if you're promoting them. The only thing is we try to get some Target employees to come do some dances with us.
To be part of it.
And they were just like, pss, 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 pss. They're like, we can't do that. Like, they just don't want to.
You should have just asked us to put on some red.
So that's what we did. So we put on red T-shirts and so acted as Target employees.
They don't do anything about that? They don't stop you?
No.
She's like, they didn't know.
So far, not yet.
People get kicked out of Target for doing.
Well, my daughter's an influencer, and like they give her
permission?
a lot of they give her slack every time that she goes to record inside those stores. Yeah, they can't. Because you can't do it in like movie theaters and like different places.
Oh, wow.
Because they're not authorized. You're not authorized to display the brand. She's like, I did something illegal here.
No, like
well, your product's in there, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's why. I'm like,
you're like,
hey,
do you know who I
everyone,
am? I'm the CEO of
She's
Tragos.
like, I'm the CEO of Tragos.
Right?
Kneel before Zod.
They've reposted some stuff that we've done, so yeah, it's all promotion for them. Yeah.
Very cool. Man, I had to be like, I mean, I don't know. We just did the magazine, so for us, it's like that level of excitement. We're just like, oh my God, like everything is jittery. Like, when did you guys find out that you got accepted into Target?
Oh, we found out last February.
Oh, wow.
And so it took us, we had a meeting with them maybe in like July, I want to say, or September. We found out in February. They were like, okay, we need you to get us product by June. And then we were actually on shelves by end of August.
Wait, so it took that long?
It takes it's a whole process, yeah.
Wow.
So did you have to go in and do like a whole sales pitch type thing with the storyboards and all that? It
was like Shark Tank without the investors. It was just like,
wow,
please take us, yeah.
What were your storyboards?
And this is Target nationwide too.
It is, yeah. We're in about 1,700 stores.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's not like a local regional thing. Like it's across.
We are everywhere.
Like how do they determine based on like where the Latino populations are as to where they strategically post them?
We are working on that. So Target is it's more like blanket. They do restock obviously faster like where the Latino population is, at least for us. But it's they're not really in a place right now where they can choose, you know. So we went everywhere. We're in Nebraska, we're in Iowa, and so our Target games are just sitting there on shelves like crickets.
Yeah. Do better. I mean, come on. Like, they should be in LA, New York, places like Miami, places like that, I think, right?
I mean, we are.
A lot of.
We are.
Oh, okay, so then.
Yeah.
So the ones in Nebraska, if they sell out everywhere else, you know where to drive.
Yeah.
It's like, where are they at? There's definitely some in Nebraska.
We're like the 5 Latinos in Nebraska.
Yeah,
like,
right.
hey guys.
There has to be at least 1% out there, 2%, right?
Something.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Maybe
We're
they're just not playing
everywhere.
Tragos.
We are everywhere. Yeah.
I feel like we're definitely in Nebraska. I mean,
We
they're
are.
working that
Actually,
cattle.
yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely
yeah.
working out those fields,
Yeah.
working that cattle. So the last time we spoke here, just kind of give a little bit about yourself, like, you know, your growing up process for those who didn't see the previous interview that we had.
Yeah.
Dale.
Yeah. So my mom's Colombian, my dad's Dominican. I grew up in Queens, New York, and I grew up very non-Latina though. So like, you know, wanting to assimilate. My parents taught me Spanish first, but they also wanted to learn English. So we were speaking more English together than Spanish growing up, or at least I was with them. So it wasn't until I was an adult that I was like, oh, you know, like I want to kind of experience my culture a little bit more. That's when I went to travel to Colombia for the first time, then eventually DR. And that's kind of when I fell in love with my culture and got inspired to make games for it.
We have a similar story on that because I grew up my entire life, you know, surrounded by my family. We did a lot of, you know, traveling here in the U.S. We were like in Patterson, and then we were in Miami. And even though we visited or lived in Puerto Rico and in Dominican Republic, I did it when I was really, really, really young.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until like, I think it was 3 or 4 years ago, my grandfather was, you know, kind of passing away, and my mom hadn't really seen him. So we all took a trip to DR. It was kind of like my way of getting away from work. And we really got connected with the Dominican culture there. And then shortly after, I think it was like a year and a half after, my daughter bought me a trip to Puerto Rico, and we spent, I think, like 10, it had to be like 10 or 14 days there. And it was the first time I had been to any of these countries in like 30 years. So for me, like, Puerto Rico was brand new. Like, I went there and I was just like,
It's beautiful.
I mean,
Culture
it was
shock.
And so that's kind of like what helped me a lot with, you know, what we did with Odawafi is kind of like that rejuvenation aspect of it.
Yeah.
Whereas my kids, because of the fact that I spend so much time trying, like what you were saying, assimilate here, you know, they didn't get that appreciation of culture like I did growing up, you know, when I was a young kid. So I can definitely relate to that. That's something that's really cool. I don't know if anybody has a similar story to that, because I lived in the United States my whole life except for like 2 years.
So you're saying you didn't visit until you were a lot older?
Yeah. I mean, when I left Puerto Rico, I was like 4 to 5.
Oh, that's really small.
Really
What age were you when you went back?
Just recently. I think it was like a year and a half ago.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
that's why it's a
Puerto Rico.
cultural shock, because I grew up going to Mexico every year. So
Oh, see that
I'm
we
very in tune with
used to do that
my
when I was
roots.
younger, but when you spent, like, I spent the entire time raising kids in like
Yeah.
majority Caucasian communities. So for me, like, that wasn't, you know, I wasn't around my family throughout that time, and you start losing that
Yeah.
cultural aspect of it.
I grew up in a very Latino neighborhood. It was like Jackson Heights, Queens, like Little Columbia,
Oh,
they
yeah.
call it.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. I think it was a me problem. Because I was like the
She's like, I just didn't
nerd reading
connect.
like Harry Potter books in the corner, and not like going out with like the girls that were like, I don't know, trying to talk to guys in Spanish. I don't know, like.
That's
but,
okay.
But it
hey,
wasn't.
Harry Potter was cool.
Still fan.
Yeah, same.
But yeah, it's nothing like going to the country and like
Yeah.
really
It's
being
different.
in there. But and the best part is like something that you don't really notice is like you think that you're like too American, but you go down there, you start speaking enough Spanish to the locals, and suddenly like you feel like one of them. Like
Yeah,
it is-
everything comes back.
Yeah, it does.
Do you speak Spanish?
I do. Yeah,
do?
I mean enough.
Enough to get by.
Yeah. You know, it's like you could speak it, especially when you're in like Latin America, but as soon as somebody else comes here, you're like, I don't know, like you get stuck. You get like scared that you're gonna say a wrong word.
It's intimidating.
It's intimidating.
It's
Yeah.
intimidating. My cousin Jaime speaks like what we call periodista, like telenovela Spanish. Like they speak
very
like
diction.
Perfect, yeah.
perfect Spanish. And so when he's talking to me, I'm like, what translation you got, man? Because I'm going through this database and it is not recurring. I'm so stuck on words like basement and closet and stuff like that, which make no sense.
No,
You know what I'm
here
saying?
I am like a bilingual queen, but when I go to Mexico, my cousins are like, "That's not how you say that." But I actually really feel like I speak fluent Spanish.
We speak enough to get by within the family constructs here in the United States. I think it's different when you go to like when I went to Puerto Rico, there were parts of Puerto Rico that they were talking the language that you were just like, okay, I have no idea what you just said.
It's like the dialect.
A lot of
just
lingo.
changes, yeah.
It is
Yeah.
just, that's crazy. All right. So you're in New York now, though, right?
Yeah.
Is that where you're living?
Yeah.
Which one do you like better? Because you've been in LA. I know the traffic sucks here, but you guys got a
I
subway.
really want to move to LA. I really
do?
do.
Oh, yeah.
No, wait. I'm not done.
She's like, there's more.
but I can't stand it. Everything is so sprawled out. I was complaining today driving because I haven't stopped driving since I got here. And I'm like, I feel like LA is New York if it just threw up over like 100 miles. Like it's so exciting. There's so much going on, but everything's so freaking far.
The distance.
Is New York not like that?
Like everything is so tight.
Really?
Even if it's
I thought
like
it was
that,
bigger.
the transportation is different. So, like, for
Yes.
instance, you can get on a subway in New York and going to Queens from, like, Manhattan would be like a 30, 40 minute, like, depending on where you are.
Yeah.
But it's not like traffic Queens. You know, like, it's not like what you would go through if you were dealing with
Here.
Here, a 40-minute ride is because you ran into a little bit of traffic, but it's still 30 miles away. Like, you'd have
It's
to be
super
driving.
close. Yeah.
So that's the difference.
Wait, did you come out here for us? Or you have other things going on?
I have a lot going on. Yeah.
It wasn't just for us. You thought we were
It was part of
special?
it, definitely. I think I'm definitely coming back for you guys. We're doing Revolution too. So,
Oh,
Yeah.
we're gonna see you back in
exciting.
September. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're actually working on what is it? We agreed on we were gonna work on little card sets to hand out in the
We're
swag
thinking
bag
about it. Yeah. Yeah.
to turn around and put in
So-
because I think the swag bag. What is it? The T-shirt, the mug, not the mug. I think it's like a water bottle or something like that. You got Rafael Lusting's book, Illegally Yours.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And there's a few other things in there.
Yeah.
That's
So
nice.
pretty, that's
cool.
pretty sweet, yeah.
It's you got to get the VIP though. You don't get the VIP. you
What's
get
the
nothing.
VIP
Yeah.
package?
That's if you buy your tickets now, you get a VIP bag included in it.
Sweet.
If you wait and you start buying it closer to the event, you don't get the VIP bag. You have to buy that separately at the event, and it's going to be more obviously because
There you go.
No, I'm just kidding.
There you go.
It's like
So get your
So-
VIP passes.
So I love LA, and I'm definitely coming back for the event. And there's always stuff going on here, so just gotta
Always something
figure it
happening.
out. Yeah.
With that being said, now that I'm trying to get to know you, Carolina, how did you get approached by Forbes under 30? How did that came about?
Yes, I had a great PR rep, and she reached out. She's like, you can what's the word when you vote for somebody? Like,
no.
it's not really voting. It's like before, like when you bring them up to
Like you
for-
That you create a
Refer?
campaign?
Recommend, refer.
Recommend.
Something
we're gonna,
like
we're gonna come
that.
up with. See, this
what's
is where
the
we
word?
we need those word games. Somebody get Scrabble. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, right?
Anyway,
Yeah, whatever that was.
She applied for me because you could apply online. You could recommend someone.
Okay.
And so she kind of told my story, and I got into like the finalist round.
Oh, wow.
And so then I had to submit my own application, and the whole time I'm thinking, Marisol, this is a stretch. Like, I just made a game. Like, I'm not like, saving the world out there. But she really pushed because we were doing a lot of nonprofit work at the time. We were supporting, the disaster relief for like Puerto Rico at the time. I know we were doing COVID relief work and working with some nonprofits. So, yeah, we put that story in. We talked about, creating cultural products in general, and they told me, I got into the class of 2021.
Wow, that you
So
made the
that was-
list.
Yeah.
So what
made
are the
list.
benefits of having your name under Forbes 30?
You
under
get to
30?
say it forever.
She's
And
like,
Forbes.
I'm a Forbes under 30.
It's part of your credentials.
Yeah.
She goes
Nice,
to
sweet.
restaurants now, tries to get better seats.
She's like,
Yeah.
She's like,
Do you know
"Excuse
who
me,
I am?"
excuse me,
Exactly,
do you know who I am?
exactly.
I work at a
Flexing.
restaurant. Forbes under 30.
Flexing, yeah.
Is there any
Forbes.
benefits as far as like, I don't know, like do they?
Like
No,
connection
there
based,
are.
anything
There
like that?
are.
Yeah.
It's an amazing community to be a part of. we have a summit that we attend every year.
Alumni kind of thing, right?
So that we go to, that's like almost all paid for. That, you know, you just show up and you get to network. We're on a Slack channel. It's got like thousands and thousands of people.
Really?
Whoa.
They have different summits you could attend. They have a big one in Botswana every year, Abu Dhabi.
So as an entrepreneur, you feel supported as a business.
I'm never gonna get there. I'm gonna be like the Forbes under 80.
I mean,
it's gonna be me and just like.
Do they have a Forbes under 80?
I don't know. I just made that up. I you know.
it's up to 50.
I'm gonna be up there.
Oh, you have a chance. Wait, are you
up
up to 50?
Up to 50. So I got like 2 years to get this on the.
Better start drinking water.
Yeah. Oh, she's been giving me crap about this because of you. It's because of you. So everybody who doesn't know, I don't drink a lot of water, and so they've been giving me crap.
I need everybody to comment saying, please drink water, Babylon.
I drink the healthiest liquid on earth, Diet Coke. Apparently it's not good for you. But Fluffy drinks it. Well, that doesn't exactly help me. On there.
Speaking of Tragos, I want to know what came about for the name. Like, were your family members alcoholics? Did you have alcoholic friends, or how did it come to be?
I think so. The idea of making it a drinking game, it was with a friend. We we had this concept that I was really excited for it, mainly because at the time I was 25. So I mean, things have changed now.
Fun times.
And something that was very like American about my education, as a college student, is just playing party games in general. Sometimes, most of the time, they are drinking games. So it was just something that I felt like I could relate to as an American in a way. But then having something cultural to it was something that felt more like my Latina side. So I felt like it was a good combination of the two, and something that Latino Americans or like U.S. Latinos would vibe with, without feeling like, oh, I have to it wasn't like an educational thing. It wasn't like a stigma thing, like feeling like you had to be Mexican or whatever. It was just like a fun thing that didn't have any judgment attached to it.
There you go.
Yeah. So
nice.
It's just fun.
That's relatable. When you're 25, I do think there's like a lot of drinking games. When you're in college too, like Flip Cup.
Yeah. King's Cup.
Yeah, King's
all
Cup.
The cups.
Wait, who's still in college at 25? I'm trying to figure that out. How long did it take you to graduate?
I was still playing games with my friends.
I finished college later on.
Did you start later on?
I started later on.
Okay,
yeah.
That's the reason.
It's never too late.
You started at 18 and you got out at 25. Then she's like, don't judge.
No, I started later.
It took me a while too.
I don't drink any of that, so for me, like, none of this.
It's never too late to go back to school. Leave people
never.
alone. You could be a 50-year-old in class.
No, we're not. Look, I'm not gonna be able to get Forbes under 50 and go to college at the same time. We're not. I'm gonna have to pick and choose.
It's part of your story. I think they'll love it.
So you have different variations of the game. Yo quiero saber who was the sinvergüenza who came up with the spicy.
I came up with probably like over half of the cards. And
Did you?
I had a team help me with the rest.
Were you going through a vibe at the time or something?
Yes, I remember the day. I was just like, I think I had like a beer. I was home alone. And I'm just like, all right, let's do this. Like,
wow.
She was on a roll that day.
You got to get inspired, But like, I don't know what was it. I think I was excited to work on a spicy because we actually had this survey that went out. And the survey was like, what kind of like a partier are you? It was like a BuzzFeed kind of thing. And in the middle of that like quiz, we were like, what kind of game do you want to see Tragos come out with? And people went crazy over a spicy. And I was like, oh, okay, these are like the sucios in our community that are like, that's what they want to see next. So I was like, okay, if I was,
Define spicy. Like, what are some of the things that you would see in the Trago spicy that you wouldn't see in the other ones?
There's a card that's like give your best lap dance to the.
Wow.
Is there anything really bad in the game?
No, there's a card that's like, have you ever had sex on plastic covered furniture?
Ooh.
So it's a little taboo, but it's not like.
I'm a little conflicted with that one.
I know.
I'm not sure that's a good thing or a bad thing, depending on what kind of couch it was.
Oh yeah, when you
You
go
could
to your
stick or
abuela's
slide.
house.
What are the other two?
Yeah,
I was part of that
'Cause
experience. Like,
you're like,
they have the nice
living
living room, but then they're like, no, nobody can sit there,
So
nobody
to be
can
clear,
go in there.
what part of the experience are you talking about? Are you talking about the sitting on the plastic cover or doing what she said?
I know,
on the-
making out in the.
Because then you're like, are you having sex in your parents' house? Is that what's happening? Like,
So it's spicy.
A little bit.
Needless
yeah.
to say, don't play Tragos spicy with ugly friends. If you're
Or
gonna
with
do
your
that.
with ugly friends.
Ugly friend.
I was
No,
gonna
he
say
said,
with your parents.
I think he said
Or
parents.
that. No, I said ugly friends. I don't want to be doing no lap dance on no ugly people. No, just so then you came out with I think the Get Loud.
Yeah. So
What's the Get Loud? What's the difference between that one and Tragos?
So Get Loud it's like its own brand under the Tragos like company, and it's a guessing game that comes in English and Spanish. You can play acting out or describing the words, and it's just like a bilingual game that we wanted everyone in the family to play because Tragos, not everyone is going to be drinking. Not everybody wants to like party hard on a Thursday game night.
Right.
So Get Loud was, a way for everybody to keep playing games, for the kids to join. Even abuelos can play. So, yeah.
Which is cool because, like, for instance, like you and I spoke, we even through the first interview, like I'm not a drinker. I don't drink at all. So having the alternative to that is kind of cool. That doesn't mean you can't play Tragos if you're not a drinker. You can just substitute it with whatever
Right.
you want to
Anything.
do.
Diet Coke.
Yeah,
And
anything.
then, Diet Coke.
Or water.
Or water. She's like, or lots and lots of water. Like Tragos gallon. Try to do that. But then you had Tragos. I was curious about I saw Tragos Fiesta.
Yeah, so Tragos has a few expansions. It has a spicy. It had Mi Tierra, which we now combine into a bigger Tragos pack. And then Fiesta is like our little booster pack. It's like we call it half the size, half the price, but it's like more party themed.
Oh, okay. So it's something like an icebreakers type situation, or is it like
It's just more cards.
more
Yeah.
cards?
Would you consider your products
okay.
family friendly? Some of them?
Yeah, I
Most
would
of them?
say Tragos, you play with drinks, but we say the content is like PG-13.
Okay.
There's nothing in there that you're like, hi, like
Except for spicy.
Spicy or
Except for
Except for
spicy.
spicy.
Which,
Okay.
There's a disclaimer there.
Exactly. Okay.
Actually, I like that because I think when you put it out the first time, it was like a whole package for Valentine's Day.
Yes.
It came with like the little shot glasses
Yes,
and
condoms.
Oh,
yeah, like it
yeah,
came.
okay.
She had a whole pack.
Nice.
It was a whole
That's a good
Valentine's
brand.
That's
thing.
good
It was-
That's a
marketing,
good,
actually.
yeah, definitely
fun.
good.
No, it was an amazing box. Like when you look at it, it had everything that you need in order to like
Sweet.
We did
celebrate
like
Valentine.
sexy TikToks to promote
Yeah.
it. Like,
So I wasn't invited to do any of those TikToks. So and thank God for them, or they would have went out of business.
Oh my goodness.
So what a fun career you have. I want to know, what does the day look like for you as a creator of Tragos?
yeah, I'd say it's half fun, half the same kind of work you'll see with any startup. So most of my days, I'd say, are very not glamorous. Like, I'll get up. Right now, I have a new like morning routine. Before, I was so busy. I was like so focused on work that I'd roll out of bed in my pajamas and just start working on my computer all day long. And that's just like answering emails, making sure social media is good to go, like setting up the campaigns, getting inventory ready. It was just like a lot of logistics and delegation. Now I'm actually like, okay, I'm bored of that. Let's like do something else. So
Yeah.
now I have a morning routine. I'll like get up in the morning, stretch, yoga, sometimes work out, fix my hair, put on makeup, like, just like get in the mood, which I think is super helpful to get in
Yeah.
like the right like headspace. And so now I'm actually going to be building out more games. We have like a whole product roadmap, which again, it's going to be like in front of a computer, like, notebook.
Yeah.
And then my other job is just like network, come out here, come to LA. Like, so we've been doing a lot of event planning too. Last week like 2 weeks ago, we were in Austin. In 2 weeks, I think I'll be in San Antonio. So it is a bit of traveling too.
Are you still doing nonprofit, BIPOC, Latinx done?
Girl, I gotta make money first. So we would love to do more impact work, but it's my first business, and when we could, we were doing the social impact. Now we just not yet.
Okay.
So being transparent there is like
Hey,
it's a roller coaster.
I mean, it's cool that you even do it. You did it when
at the
when
beginning.
you were able to and if you get the opportunity, you'll definitely like
Yeah.
jump back on it, because that's something that I know that we at Todo Wafi we're learning to do as well. Is more work in the community as far as trying to help nonprofits here in this area.
Yeah, there is so much that can be done, and it's definitely part of our mission, because you can't like you can't make products for Latinos and not want to support your community back.
Exactly,
You know?
exactly.
Yeah. So there's a lot of opportunity, a lot of that I personally want to do. So, you know, in due time, yeah.
You'll come back around like
Yeah.
him.
Very cool. All right, so you're gonna teach us a game. You're gonna let us
Exactly.
play a game.
Oh, we're playing.
Yes.
So which one are we gonna end up playing?
I think we should play Get Loud.
Get
Yeah,
Loud. All right,
okay.
so that's the one that I got here. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you that.
Okay. I think we have to remember that if we're going to play, you have to like step away from the mic.
From the mic,
Because you're going to probably yell a little bit.
I'm okay. Let's do it. Whoever is on the other side of listening to this, be careful. It's called Get Loud for a reason.
Yes. This is going to be.
Okay. All right. So for who can see it, you have 800 words. So it's 400 cards front and back. Green and blue are harder words. So we're going to start with the yellow just to like, you know, ease you guys
Warm
into
up.
it. Yeah. And then we're going to play in teams. So maybe you and I can be teams. You
Okay.
guys. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, and then it comes with a timer.
I thought it would be an individual thing, so I could like have bragging rights.
No, you got to work together.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's a little timer.
Yeah, so it comes with a 1 minute timer, and you guys can count the time. I'm going to turn it in a sec, and then I'm just going to describe it. You have to answer them. You just go as fast as possible.
Give me clues and I have to guess what the word is?
Yes.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
going this way now.
Okay.
So how do we do that? Then
we
like
take
we're far
turns.
apart.
We'll take turns.
Oh, okay.
Take turns, and then I'll give you the cards. So we'll
Oh,
move them
okay.
around.
All right.
And I'm good. Okay, go
Okay,
ahead.
ready?
Let's try this.
Okay. Okay. It's a type of Mexican music genre. It's like not like a finca, but like
Mariachi?
no.
No.
Keep going. Not
Regga-
corridos.
Banda?
No.
No.
More.
She's
It's
gonna
like
get
where
roasted.
it sounds like where you raise animals.
Churros. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, I'll skip it.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I feel like I'm going to be terrible at this.
It's okay. All right. What do you put on a Christmas tree?
Ornaments?
Yes. It's what you listen to in your car.
Music?
The sounds.
Radio?
Yeah. It's what a caterpillar is before.
Butterfly?
Yeah, or after. My mom used to hit me with this.
Chancla?
No. It's
Belt.
where you put your garments on.
Hanger?
Yeah. What?
Damn,
football-
hold on a second. You're right at a time. And second of all, hanger.
I know, right?
Diablo.
Ouch.
Just once.
What was the first one?
Ranchera.
Ranchera.
Nah, you didn't.
I was gonna say norteña or
Well,
música
I said
regional.
mariachi, but I think I got stuck on mariachi banda, ranchera, yeah.
Ranchera.
All right, so what is it? My turn now? And
Okay,
or
I
is
got-
you?
I
gotta
got-
You're
describe
gonna
it.
read them
You got
and I'm
4
gonna
points.
guess.
4 points.
You really want me
Yeah.
to do it?
You gotta have him
Dale,
guess.
dale.
Yeah.
I'll do the. You read them and I'll try to
Guess.
figure it out.
Which
Okay.
level is she doing?
What is it?
Yellow.
Yellow,
We'll
right?
stick to the same thing, yeah.
Hey, I've yet to have I've yet to have a reel made of
Like this.
me looking stupid. So I'm gonna see if I can get one in there. I'm
All right,
already.
you ready?
Yeah, here you go. They say that la vida es más sabrosa.
Oof. La vida es más sabrosa.
Yeah, la vida es más sabrosa.
Nah.
Daddy Yankee y this is a song team con Justin Bieber, Daddy Yankee.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, you're gonna have to pass. I'm not gonna be able to.
Pass.
Yeah.
I want to say that where you have chickens, horses,
A farm?
pigs. Yes. Actually, we're celebrating it as we speak right now. This week, it has a name.
Women's
This week,
Easter.
Today.
The resurrection. No. Oh, Good Friday.
the week, the whole week.
There's a whole week name for it.
Semana Santa.
Semana Santa.
Holy
wow.
Week.
Holy Week. I didn't even know there was a Holy Week. No,
I
we're
think
done.
we
time.
get time. Yeah.
Saca-
Yeah,
Bravo.
so he got 2.
I got 2.
2. Okay.
That's terrible. I don't even know what the first one was. What was the first one?
The first one, uno era lento, despacito.
Oh, you couldn't have gotten a little better than that.
You know, honestly, I was confused because I was like, what is she trying
I'm
to
like,
say
what is she
with
trying to?
that?
I was like,
I think Despacito is a card, so I thought, wait, you got 1. What-
He got 2.
I thought it was 2. I got one that was.
Yo dije, la vida es más sabrosa en la playa, in the beach.
Oh, but you
Oh,
should have said
nah,
donde.
come on, you got to do better than that.
You
Those,
had
those
to say
clues are
donde.
terrible.
Yeah.
Those
La
clues
vida
are
más
terrible.
sabrosa, like
I thought it was like a
I thought it was a
song.
drink. I thought she was introducing me to some famous drink.
I know.
And then I'm like, this week.
I'm like,
can't even
there's a
say
lot of
week.
sand and water. That would have been the easiest thing ever.
She should have said, "Where is la vida más sabrosa?"
And let's get into that trago spicy. No, I'm just kidding.
You were gonna have a singing, Carolina. What's going on?
Oh, I pulled out some Tragos cards. If you
I
guys
want to do
switch
some tragos.
over.
Let's do a
Yeah.
round of
Okay, so
tragos.
last
Yeah.
one. So this was the get loud. So what's the tragos one like?
So, I mean, there's a bunch of cards that are like, like each one makes you do something. A lot of them drinks, but no, everyone's like just has water now. So we're actually just going to do a few challenges.
Okay.
Okay.
She picked out these challenges on purpose.
Hey.
Somebody tells me these are pre-selected because we don't
She
have
got me
drinks.
going
It's
now.
pre-selected. Okay. All right, we're going to go with an easy one. We're going to do categories. So each person is going to say something that fits within this category. We're going to do novela plot twists.
Oof.
And I'll start, and then we'll go around. Okay, so mine is, and you can't repeat it, or else
Or else you lose.
Or else you lose.
Or else you lose. There's an evil twin that comes into the plot.
There's a wicked mother that doesn't like her new daughter-in-law.
There's a twin sister somewhere in another country. I don't know.
Is that like mine? Oh wait, I guess evil twins. Okay.
And the husband goes into the coma, and when he wakes up, he's with the wrong twin.
Amigas y rivales? Oh, no. Hermanas, or that one novela, actually. Sorry, I got excited. The one with the
I don't
twin
know,
sisters.
I just made that shit up.
One of them lives a rich life and one of them lives a poor life. Yeah, it's a novela.
But the coma's in every novela, so I'm pretty sure I was right like a little bit of percent of the time.
You were right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we keep going?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Is it Dos Mujeres Un Camino? I was like,
I
Rubí,
don't know.
la usurpadora.
That's
Somebody-
the one. That's the one with the twin Swiss
There's
sisters.
there's several versions.
Yeah.
Carolina's like, you're killing this.
I had one. Oh, somebody comes back from the dead.
That's everybody. Every novela.
I'm not being. We said novela plot twist. I'm
Yeah.
not thinking of any specific
All right.
one.
The lost brother that everybody thought that he was dead.
The rich, poor person that didn't know
The rich poor person.
that didn't know they had all this money, and then
Yes.
they find out.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I don't know if I can top that. That's that's a good one. Let's see. The person that just came back from the dead. The husband that was killed off by the mayor.
What?
Because he knew information. It's always somebody. Y llegó Rodolfo. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always that guy.
Did we give him that one?
I guess. Yeah.
It's true. It's happened in like 2 novelas that I've seen.
The mayor specifically?
The mayor specifically.
Okay. I
El
need some-
gobernador.
I
El
need-
asociado que sí, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always somebody who kills somebody.
Can we do a different topic?
Do one of
Alright.
the action ones. The action
The
ones.
action ones?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to pick someone to do their best impression of their abuelo or abuela.
Mine's simple.
Let's have you do
Let's
it.
hear it.
So my grandmother would come out every morning, and she would come. This was in the Dominican Republic, the 2 years I lived there, and she would come out and just like with the bata and her bra, and she would just go iri chacon.
Wait,
Doing her
can you do
iri
it again?
chacon. I'm not doing it again.
What's the thing?
It's iri chacon because the famous.
She was a well-known actress,
Yeah.
but the dancer, entertainer.
and she would
Puerto
wear
Rican.
like these outfits.
Yeah,
and,
very
like,
And she
sexy.
wouldn't be wearing a bra. She would go like that.
No. She was like and
Shimmer,
her
shimmy.
outfits were very like
Oh.
eccentric.
Yeah.
So my grandmother would be doing So
Oh,
2024 would be traumatic conversations. But yeah,
Anyone else?
I don't know how to imitate any.
you don't know how to imitate any of your grandparents.
My grandparents.
My grandma, que en paz descanse, she used to get mad if you didn't eat at her house. So she would be like, "Vas a comer?" And if you said no, she'd be like, "Hmm." Like she'd always give you
She
like
give you the,
she'd get mad. She wanted to feed you all the time, so she'd be like, "Vas a comer?" And if you said no, I'm not hungry, she'd give you like the like the just like
wow,
the,
she got offended.
because in Latin
grunt.
households, people that cook like they get offended if you don't eat their food.
That's
it's a thing,
that's their
yeah.
love language. Yeah. My grandmother will be like, she would just be telling you something like calling your attention. When she sees you, she's
Yeah,
like,
but you guys are describing it. You guys are supposed to be acting out your
I know,
grandma.
I should be
Just give us
acting like my
context.
yeah. Like my
Just give me
grandmother
a
will be
description.
like, you know, when we dress up, she will like be the inspector of like making sure that your hair was good. He said she will be like, and then your makeup is fine, and always dress up. Always dress up. Doesn't matter the occasion. That's what was my grandmother. She will be like staring at you. She will be like,
What's one thing she would say?
she will say like, it looks okay.
Oh.
But you know, it's a sign of approval. If you got an answer, it was like, that's a good sign. If she was quiet, that means that she didn't.
That was it.
That was it.
You were walking around distraught.
You're like, I look
But if she
like
gives
crap.
you the nod, she will like, okay, you guys are good. You know,
I think my grandma was fun.
I know.
Yeah,
My
you guys-
grandmother was
She
fun
did
too.
Yeah.
You guys had some salty ass grandmas.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta
Yeah,
say.
judgmental. I was closest to my Dominican grandmother actually, and I can't do a Dominican accent, but I can always talk like her because she always used to say this. We'd like go up to her, and she never liked us cursing, so we'd be like, "Abuela, coño," and then run away. She'd be like, "Mira muchacha," but it was all in fun because then
That's
she
so
laughed.
cool.
My grandmother was still more fun. No, I'm just
I
kidding.
love
Yeah.
when you guys use the word coño. You use
Coño, I used
coño.
to,
It's-
I used to use it a lot when I was a kid because of my mom, and then she would get mad that I would use it.
Yeah.
What's the English version of coño? Darn
It's
it.
like damn it or F word.
Yeah,
Yeah.
damn it.
Yeah.
Darn it.
Yeah.
Darn
Darn
Kind of
it.
Darn it, but that's very political.
Darn it. Coño.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mexicans don't use coño, right?
No.
No.
We
Yeah.
use really bad words.
You
So
use a-
I won't
Yeah.
repeat.
Words that make no sense, like cógelo. No, I'm just kidding.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. All right,
What
so if they wanted to go buy the product, obviously they can go to Target, but what other ways can they buy it?
Yeah, we still have our website, tragosgame.com, and we're on Amazon. Those are the two big ones. Yeah.
Those are the two big ones?
Yeah. Walmart.com.
And they're going to be able to, they're going to be able to purchase it at Revolucion as well. So
Yeah.
they'll be able to buy it there. If they wanted to follow you, where would they go?
Yeah. You can follow the company account at Tragos Game, same as the website. And you can follow me at Carolina Acosta. I mean, should I spell that? I don't know.
We'll put it up in the
We'll put it up.
in the description.
Yeah.
So that way she doesn't have to go through there's probably some underscore lines or underlines or
Yeah, there's some X's in there.
X's in
little-
there. It's a little spicy, the name. So you know, go with the. Are there any other versions of the game? I mean, not the ones that you just thought of now through the show. We're gonna have a Get Loud Night edition. Are there any other editions that are coming out that you haven't
Yeah.
really pushed out yet?
Yeah, so I mean, we have a whole product roadmap that we're setting up, but I can't say what yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna get like an exclusive.
I know.
No,
Not yet.
It's a secret.
I will say
they could be
that
putting her on a spot. She was like, "Coño, now I gotta say something."
no, I'll say that we have different products besides Tragos or Get Loud coming out.
Oh,
So,
very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you're going into that.
Brands.
And
And
to come up something like Trouble, where you click on the thing.
yeah,
and she has merchandise coming out too, right?
Tragos
Yeah.
Monopoly.
Oh.
Oh.
maybe.
They have a monopoly for everything else.
So-
You might as
Yeah,
well
they
just create a
do.
Tragos
Might
one.
as well, actually. We do have a board game, but that's probably going to be 2025. And then
See, I got it out of her. Wait there. Ah,
I'll give you
kidding me.
something bigger actually. Not a game, but we are actually rebranding to be a more unified game house. So when
Oh,
people
okay.
hear of us, they're not going to think just Tragos.
Just Tragos.
They're going to think
Like
Okay.
Hasbro
Insert
or,
bigger company
insert
name.
bigger company.
She's working
Yeah.
on something.
That's okay.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Carolina,
that
this
works.
was fun to have you. This was fun.
yeah, thank
So
you.
we're actually gonna be using the game in some of our future episodes. So you know, if people start singing like roosters and stuff on set, so I'm gonna come up with my own version too, and then have her back, and then specifically designed to make you look like an. No, I'm just kidding. She's gonna be over here like.
There is another card, and I mean, we don't have to do it now, but you should definitely use it for the next. I don't know. Give your best grito de mariachi.
Ooh.
We should do. We should have.
I mean, you should just do it, and then we'll just post
I
it.
think I know.
Since you're the one that always gets roasted.
I can't. I sound like
I
Miguel
couldn't
from
do
the
it.
movie Coco.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be terrible. That's it.
Why? What do you mean?
I would not be able to do that.
I didn't know
Why you
like
mean-
how much like
It
like,
takes a lot of
passion.
action.
You gotta have. I mean, it's a whole.
No, I sound like
It's gotta come
Miguel
from the
when he's
diaphragm.
trying to learn how to.
But he eventually gets it.
He eventually gets it. But remember when Miguel was trying to learn how to
Yeah.
do it? That's how I sound.
It's like when Simba's trying to learn how to roar. That's the way it would come out.
We'll save that card for our next guest.
Cool.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna have to practice it, and then I'll do it on the one. You know who we should have do that?
Fluffy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next time we'll bring him on the show, we'll have him do that. He does
I bet
the
he'd be
Speedy
great.
Gonzalez. Yeah, that would be amazing. All right, well, this was really fun. It was great to see you again, and to be able to share the game. If you guys are going online, we'll have it out there. There's the different versions of the Tragos. We're definitely gonna promote the Get Loud. Try to use it a lot on our GameSpot. But thank you once again.
Yeah,
It was great to spend time with you guys.
Yeah, this was fun as always, and no breaks, no like technical
Yeah.
difficulties.
It would have been funny if in the middle of this interview we were all like,
That minute would not have
and then
lasted
we're just
at all.
stuck. And then we have to all editing. It's like, what happened? She just paused there, and like there was no lag. Like, it was just weird. Why did she just stop? So no, but everybody, if you're watching this interview, please make sure you go and follow us at Todo Latino Show and at Todo Wafi. Make sure you follow all of our accounts. Remind yourselves that there's Revolucion coming on September 20th through the 22nd. You can actually see it here and watch it here. Everywhere else, the magazine just came out for the Santa Latina account, so we're really happy to celebrate that. And again, thank you for joining us from Pro Audio Studio LA. I'm Rafael, that is Daisy, that is Joby, that is Carolina, and we're out.